Every folder and file has several permissions you can set to control access. Let's take a look at the permissions on the Projects folder. I'll right-click the folder, open its properties, and go to the Security tab. When you view the permissions of a user or group, you only see the basic permissions to the file or folder. Notice that for the user J. Smith, only 3 permissions are shown: Read and Execute, List Folder Contents, and Read. However, many of the standard permissions are really a combination of more advanced permissions. To see advanced permissions, click Advanced. Now select the user from the list, J. Smith in this case, and click Edit. Notice that J. Smith now has 5 permissions instead of 3. I'll modify the permissions for this user by granting him the Take Ownership permission. Let's click OK twice to close out of here, and now notice for J. Smith that the Special Permissions checkbox is selected. That's because the Take Ownership permission is not one of the normal permissions. In addition to granting special permissions, you can configure how those permissions apply to the folder and its files. Let's go back to Advanced, select J. Smith, and edit again. Notice the Apply Onto list. We can apply these permissions onto this folder, subfolder, and files. If I open the drop-down list, you'll see that there are a number of different choices. In this example, let's apply my changes only to the subfolder and files. And I want to grant full control to this user. I'll click OK twice to close out of here. And now when we look at J. Smith's permissions, notice that only Special Permissions is selected, even though I granted the Allow Full Control permission. The Security tab only shows those basic permissions that have been granted to the folder, its subfolders, and files. Any other permissions do not show, but will be indicated by a check mark in the Special Permissions box. Let's go back to Advanced, select J. Smith again, Edit, and this time apply my changes onto this folder, subfolders, and files. I'll click OK twice again. And now notice that for J. Smith, the full control permission has been granted, and Special Permissions is no longer selected.